Want to know what girls like? Watch this for 6. Plus, there's a bonus at the end.
One, scent, odor, smell. Guys are mostly visual. Most guys care about the looks of their feminine counterpart, female counterpart, whatever. I'm just gonna do guys and girls for this whole video. Let's get that out of the way. I love you non-binaries and trans, but I'm just gonna do like masculine, feminine, guys and girls, whatever. So most guys are visual. They're very focused on looks, but most women are in tune with all the other senses. I mean, looks too, but they'll usually have more of an emphasis on scent, like smell, and touch, like tactile. And it doesn't even mean like, oh, you have to smell like cologne or perfume or shampoo or whatever. You just have to smell like yourself, like the way you live, like the way you eat, the way you work out, the way, like how active you are, how you conduct yourself, all affects your cells and your metabolism and your chemistry and your hormones and like the internal balance of your scent. Like even just being a certain way, like if a guy is conducting his life a certain way, his scent will sort of match that. And a lot of women are attracted to that. Like just sweat, like a guy's sweat, any kind of sweat. Like if he's been out working in the dirt, or he's a construction dude, or even if he's just been like talking up a storm on stage, he's a motivational speaker and he just comes off the stage pouring with sweat. Like that's a pretty big turn on for a lot of women. So I don't know if that counts as a weird one, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about it that often. 2, quirky traits, like talents of some kind. Usually guys are looking for a chick with a certain energy, right? That's why they want the beauty, the radiance. The chick doesn't have to have any talent in particular. It's not very important. It's nice if they're talented or they're good cooks or something, but it's that energy, that radiance, that beauty, that nurturing, that solace, that bubbliness, that giggliness, that sort of feminine energy is attractive to guys. But most chicks, they're not looking for like a certain kind of energy or radiance from a guy. They're attracted to action takers, men of action, doers, talented, creative guys who create things out of nothing, who build things, who create empires, who make life more efficient or improve the household or like whatever. It could be super quirky. Even if play a video game. If you play a video game really well and you're like into it and passionate about it, chicks love it. If you can do trick shots in pool, or you're like a grandmaster at chess, or you can build a Guinness World Record popsicle stick castle, like it's that stuff is impressive and attractive and compelling to most women. It gives them something to brag about with other women. It's valuable content for them. And they're not really interested in your beauty or energy for the most part. Like Melinda Gates is probably way more proud of Bill Gates's accomplishments and talents and skills and business and acumen and creativity than she is of how Bill looks, right? It's nothing wrong with working out and being fit, but I'm saying if you actually get good at something, it's a big win. Okay, so 3, I was gonna say intelligence, but it's not really intelligence. Like intelligence is probably pretty appealing in general, but I don't think it's a weird thing, right? It's more like an open-mindedness. So open-mindedness is really attractive, and you don't have to be intelligent to have it. But it's a sign of a developed mind, because if you're open to ideas and you're non-judgmental and you're very accepting, you're open to exploring different parts of life, like it's a good sign to them that you'll be open to exploring life with them, right? But if you're not open to exploring life, ideas, beliefs, if you're not able to navigate conversation without snapping and judging and being hyperlogical and like just being narrow-minded, it's a turn off. If you are open-minded, and that's abundantly clear in all the discussions, interactions that a woman has with you, then it's a turn on. Yeah, and I don't just mean like sexually open and adventurous, like if guys got sex on the brain and that's what you think I'm talking about. I mean, it is that for sure, but it's more like openness to food. Like, will you try different cuisines? Openness to hobbies. Will you explore different hobbies? Openness to ideas and beliefs. Like, are you open? Like, so many guys are just closed to astrology and closed to veganism and closed to dance and closed to whatever, right? Like, they're just closed. Like, I'm not saying you have to go run out and do them and take them up, but can you explore the topic with an honesty? Can you be like, you know what? I've never tried that. Maybe I'd like it. Or I've thought about this a lot, and I just, like, I'm not against it. I'm glad other people do it. It's just not for me. And I've come to this conclusion on my own. And like that's the mark of an open-minded person, right? Like, you can tell they're open to these topics. And they'll even say stuff like, yeah, I mean, maybe all my thoughts and feelings will change because, well, I've changed lots in the past, and who knows, it may change again. And like, these kind of expressions and the way you conduct yourself, it shows an attitude of openness, sexually and otherwise. And it's attractive. Well, another thing that's really attractive to them is touch. But I don't just mean like, oh, go touch the next chick you find, right? It's more about, some may like the touch of a beard, some may like the touch of smooth skin or the contrast between them. Some might want the touch of certain fabrics. These things can be attractive to women, or even just touching them often. Like, a lot of women feel touch starved, and like, it's so important to them and so attractive. And not everyone, like, I'm sure someone in the comments is gonna be like, I hate being touched. The point is, most women enjoy touch. They're on the planet Earth to savor touch. And whereas guys are looking for beauty and visual appeal, and it's not, I mean, sure, it feels great to touch a chick, but it's not, like, oh my God, like, they could be meditating as a hermit on a mountain with no touch. It's like whatever. But for most women, that touch is super important. And it's not just like any touch, it's like touch with a certain attitude and certain energy, like a loving touch. Like, how can you touch someone? Like, can you read the energy? Can you tell when she wants to be touched? Can you tell how she wants to be touched? If not, like, you probably won't be that attractive to her. But if you can read the room and like vibe it out, and you've become good at this, then you know just how to touch and when to touch. Like, you have no agenda. You're not looking for like, oh, I could massage her and get sex out of it. Like, this is terrible touch. If you're just like, look, someone needs a hug, or like, you know what, she did great, I think it's a good pat on the shoulder time. Like, you can tell these things. If you're good at touch, it will be attractive to most women. But it's a pretty nuanced, finessed art form, and you have to be a very like developed, mature man to pull this off. I hope you can and do. I'm just saying, be careful running out and just randomly touching people. Okay, it's not money, it's not power, it's not status, it's ambition. It's okay if you live your whole life like not accomplishing a whole lot, but were you trying? Like, were you putting in the effort? Did you have the ambition? That matters a lot. That's attractive and appealing. And it shows that you have some direction, you're going places, and you're trying to go places. Like, the journey may stop you or the obstacles may get in the way, but it's really easy to tell if someone's trying and putting in the effort and making like whatever progress they can manage. And so it might just be shallow to like guys with money and power, but it's not very shallow to like someone who's making an effort in life and aiming to improve things and trying to get better and be better. So any signs of ambition are really attractive, and it usually means like it signifies to the woman that if she helps and contributes to you, like your ambition, together maybe the two of you can accomplish more, right? Like, if you're doing a little by yourself, it's good, it's fine, then hopefully you can do more together. Like, ideally you'll benefit each other in life and your ambitions will come true or come closer. But if you're not doing anything, or there's very little, like nothing to accomplish, then it feels bad for a woman to invest her time and energy and beauty like in you, because you got no momentum, you got no ambition, you're going nowhere, you're not even trying, and it's pretty obvious. You know, you might ask like, how do I be ambitious or whatever? This is a whole other video or topic. I'm just saying ambition is like a rarely mentioned thing that is attractive. And the last one I think it's a bit weird. Like, it's surprising. It's wordplay. So most guys will love when a chick has body language, when they can pose and walk a certain way or move a certain way, if they can like express with a facial expression. Like, guys love a sexy look, a sexy walk. They love all of the body language gestures. But women are usually attracted to like actual language gestures, vocal language gestures, speech language. Sorry, not gestures at all. And that definitely includes wordplay, right? Comedy, joke telling is the realm of wordplay, and it's usually up to guys. Like, it's a guy's strength, right? There's way more guy comedians, just like there's way more female dancers. Like, they're good with the body language, and guys are good with the spoken language, and it's attractive. It's an attractive thing. It doesn't mean you have to be Dave Chappelle, but if you can turn a phrase or be witty here and there, like in normal conversation, if you can make a pun or tell a story or craft a narrative, it's really attractive and really appealing. So yeah, like, I think it's kind of a weird thing. They're turned on by puns, like witticisms. All right, I'll wrap it up here. Maybe we'll squeeze one extra one, but if you have any more questions, check out the link in the description below. Okay, here's a bonus inspired by Sin, my wonderful editor. Whatever. Here's a bonus, and it is kind of on the heels of the last tip there, but it's verbalization, expression, articulation. This isn't wit or comedy. It's a combination of noticing things, like having an awareness, and then vocalizing it. Doing this poorly is seeing that a chick has big boobs and then saying, "Huh, nice boobs." This is technically you noticing something and technically vocalizing it, but it is so poorly done, you might as well not do it. But if you were to notice that her toenails, fingernails, eyeshadow, and lips all matched, and you commented and said, like, "I noticed that your toenails, your nails, your eyeshadow, and your lips all match," it's super appealing and attractive. They feel loved and appreciated and see you as a valuable person because you have a high level of awareness and you're not shy about expressing things you appreciate, right? It's vocalized appreciation. You know, if you then followed it up like shortly after was like, "Oh, and your necklace and bracelets also match," like, this will be even more impressive. And I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. It's not just like go notice their accessories. It's notice everything. Like, did they clean the counter differently, or did they hang up a towel differently, right? Like, are you aware of what's going on in life and with yourself and with her? Are you aware, and do you just sit on it, bury it, and go about your life, or do you vocalize it and express it and appreciate it as it's happening? And it can even be like stuff you don't appreciate, like, "Hey, I noticed you did this. It's kind of weird and I don't get it or don't like it," or whatever. Even that is kind of a turn on, because most guys won't. They'll just be like, "Oh, she's hot, I'm not gonna say anything." So yeah, attentive, vocalized appreciation.